You guys want to watch this one? Let's watch it. Like, fuck it. Let's watch it.
So in this video, we'll be going over another round of people on Twitter and Blue Sky whining about so-called problematic VTubers, including Kirsche. We've talked about before. She's nuclear to these people. They have all sorts of headcanon about her. She's been deemed problematic. Therefore, they feel the freedom to say anything they want about her, but also anyone she even comes into contact with, including individuals like the VTuber Chacha, who recently collaborated with her. And their communities seem to really enjoy the collaboration. But of course, people on social media are crashing out, trying...
Dude, the sad thing is I totally feel this too, where like I don't really like collabing with people that aren't... that haven't done political stuff before. Because I don't want to like... I don't want to hurt my friends, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, get them harassed, right? So it's like, I just keep to myself because of that. I keep to myself and to like other political people because it's like, there's really low risk of them getting hurt from talking to me. But everyday people, I feel really bad about it.
And to cancel both of them for this collaboration, even trying to virtue signal in replies of unrelated tweets, you know, the usual stuff. Because everyone on this scenario here has a round of Kirsche derangement syndrome. They not only want to say outrageous things about her and seethe about her every day, but they also want to seethe about anyone she collaborates with or they think aligns with her as a result of simply interacting with her. But of course, all these slanderous claims about Kirsche are something we see on the regular. You have this individual literally tagging her while calling her a white supremacist, and Kirsche would react to this tweet on stream and make fun of this individual.
This guy goes after me all the fucking time. In fact, he went after me recently, and then he had to lock the thread. He got absolutely fucking destroyed. Let me see if I can find it. Dude got annihilated yesterday. And this is exactly why Black/African Americans hate white people like powder. Blatant racist stereotyping. It's just a joke. Not when the only people laughing are the racist pieces of shit scumbags. And then it says right here at the bottom, only some accounts can reply because they got so fucking blown up in the comments they had to lock the thread. Yeah, this guy is super fucking mad, dude. I wish I could find that thread actually. The whole thing. Yeah, there it is. Fucking locked up. Freaking powder, dude. You think I'm racist, Nazi, bigot? You have pronouns in your bio? I don't even know what you are. Oh my god, dude. I wanted to reply to this, but then they got locked, so I couldn't reply. Unfortunate. Anyway. Let's keep going with this. But yeah, this guy comes after me. This guy goes after me too.
And their unfounded claims, which is totally fair game, right? If
they're kind of like in the circle with like there's like a circle of these people, and like they camp. What they do is they camp like VTubers like me, Powder, Kirsche, Celestium, and like we get camped by these people, and then they just talk shit constantly
on social media,
and
saying something slanderous
I
about
think
them.
So I
they
don't
have
know.
Every right to farm you for content, but this individual doesn't agree, shaming Kirsche for going against a 59 follower person.
Wait, this was
now,
wait, hold on.
Agree with this logic.
This is the one I did a video on.
Because, well, I think anyone is fair game. Don't discriminate when it comes to posts on social media. I don't care if you have 1 follower or 1 million. If you're going to attack someone and directly tag them, they have every right to respond.
Yeah, so no punching down
you're
people.
getting literally what you're asking for when you're...
Here's my take on punching down. You should counter punch every single person. It doesn't matter. Like literally, like if a dwarf walked up to me and punched me, I would be stomping the fuck out of them, to be honest. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. If you start it, you deserve it. It's the same thing with like women that punch men. Like I believe they deserve a full uppercut, to be honest.
Tagging them directly. Now Kirsche would have some fun with this, saying monetize your haters, But the thread below just shows how disingenuous and ghoulish these individuals are.
No, you don't get to
So
start it. You do not get to start it and be like, well, actually, I'm like, you know, I'm so weak and small. You shouldn't hurt. No, dude, you fucking start it. You start it, then it's gonna keep going, and we're gonna finish it.
The previous poster says, I don't even think that person or me really hates you. I don't know why you're freaking out when people are just describing why they believe you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, they flagged for PvP. Exactly. That's how I feel about it.
And then that other user replies saying, okay, that's your opinion. It's not like I really see you as less than me.
Yeah, we went over
anything,
this one.
which is very interesting.
He's
but
like, these posts just seem so insecure. Like they just feel like they're so insecure from Ava here.
Add on to show just how empathetic and better they are by saying, I was awake for 3 days when Charlie Kirk was assassinated to wait for updates. Clearly, I don't want any harm to befall you or people I criticize. Your rhetoric is bad in my opinion, though. So whatever.
You know what I mean? Like they always say this. Oh, like, you know, when the Charlie Kirk thing happened, like I thought it was terrible. I thought it was a bad thing. Like, dude, I wonder if that's even true.
Here's the other poster who got called out after tagging Kirsche saying, same here, Ava. I don't wish harm on those I disagree with either. So this is very funny. They're both making it very clear they never wish harm on those.
I wish harm on everybody that wishes me harm. It's that simple. I don't wish harm on people that disagree with me, but if they wish me harm, then I wish them harm. Except I wish for harm for them to the maximum, basically. If you wish any harm on me, I wish harm on you to the maximum.
Disagree with, and they add on, when the Charlie Kirk thing happened, I was scared that others would be targeted too. These two people are lying.
Basically, I never start it. I never start it ever. Like I don't want to start like this kind of like how do I say I don't want to start the aggression, but then when you aggress on me, then I take it as far as I want, basically, as far as I can. Honestly, like it's not my fault, right? Like if you try to rob me, it's not my fault that you're trying to rob me. It's not my fault that you're threatening my life, right? I'm not gonna assume that like you have any intent to stop if you fake that you're trying to hurt me. Does that make sense?
Through their teeth. So this person points out, no, you didn't. Here's some highlights of you not doing that, saying
we will go full Carmelo Anthony, yes, bro.
F Charlie Kirk,
bro,
saying he's people's Lord and Savior, and well, no one's left to debate after he was assassinated, and basically mocking the Charlie Kirk insanity among many other things, right? And Kirsche says, lying again, imagine my shock. Wow, yep. Much genuine conversation, but wait, it gets worse. Not only is that user lying about being distraught in regards to what happened to Charlie, but so is the user Ava. And you can see their post.
Oh my god, bro. These people are like literally free run demons. They just fucking lie about everything.
Bro's last words were gang violence, then he proceeded to die
so fucking annoying.
Gang violence crimes with visible contained laughter. Here's another one saying Charlie Kirk and his religion would also like us to be suffering for eternity. And this one really says it all. Charlie Kirk just got slimed.
That's racist, bro. That's so fucking racist, man. Shit. My people are so oppressed. It's like
this was on the day
so fucked up
of the assassination.
That's our
this
word.
Was the person claiming they're up for days, mourning and fearing what is happening and trying to get updates. But this was their gut reaction to what happened. These people are just incredibly disingenuous. But let's get back to the main topic here. You can see how hard these ghouls are trying to push for this narrative about Kirsche, and they also exact a sort of purity testing to anyone who comes into contact with Kirsche, including the VTuber Chacha, who, as we saw earlier, recently collaborated with Kirsche. Now, this was the response from some users saying, hang out with Nazis and then don't go around crying that they're calling you a Nazi. As always, they call you that to justify their terrible treatment of you and all of the harm they wish upon you, and also the purity testing they apply to those who come into contact with you. You are literally like the plague. Anything you come into contact with is now a no-no and problematic, and you're applying the same ridiculous, slanderous label you gave to Kirsche to anyone who interacts with her. But this is an interesting post because it is in response to a now deleted one from this tyrannical handle here, where basically this user directly tagged Chacha and tried to collab police her for working with Kirsche, and they weren't done. I guess they didn't delete this one. On a completely unrelated post from Chacha, they replied saying, why collab with hit white supremacy tuber Kirsche? You could always just not. Well, you could always just not say ridiculous things in the replies of completely unrelated tweets to morally virtue signal about people's collab partners. But you just look at the accounts of individuals who are doing this. I mean, just look at the activism. Pride Month, 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 jaying off. Yeah, so without their identity being the core of their personality, they would have nothing else to say. But
so true.
Here is another individual saying, seeing Chacha interacting and collabing with Kirsche without knowing the drama she did is quite saddening. Oh well, the drama. Yes, people slandering you and you responding to them is apparently the drama.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to punch down. That's
yourself,
why.
But we've seen that
you just take
already in this video. But I thought this was very interesting. The previous post, literally the one before this, was posting this Mike Tyson quote saying social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Yeah, I guess they should take their own advice and the messages they're trying to post on social media before they make these ridiculous claims and collab policing type efforts on people
they wouldn't
online.
do this shit. They wouldn't do this shit like to your face, you know?
Thread here. Chacha posting about something completely unrelated, but that's not enough for these people. You can see this totally well-adjusted individual saying, it's a shame you align with a literal white nationalist that joked about the death of a victim.
Dude, from now on, dude, these people say this shit so much. Like, they cry wolf so much from now on. Next time they say that, they're like, like, you know, Leaflit is a racist, like, white supremacist. Well, I'm just gonna say, yeah. Yeah, you got me. How'd you know?
By repeatedly calling them a predator.
Fuck.
Great example for your kids. So this totally normal
I was trying to hide that, but you know,
her as a mother for collaborating with Kirsche, and I don't even know the context of what they're talking about, but you can see they're obviously a very poorly intentioned person by saying stuff like this. But of course, they weren't done. Here was a totally unrelated post where Chacha was talking about the game mixtape, game if you can actually call it that.
Show them your award,
this.
Dude. You know, I kind of do want one, dude. You can get in contact with them if they can get some awards made. If I'll pay for it. You know, I'll pay for it. You know, and ask them if I can make a trophy with their thing on there. Have it shipped to me so I could put it up in my room. You know, that'd be pretty sick, actually. BT Cybernaut, thank you so much for the 100. The fact that Chacha was brave enough to step out and do his collab with Kirsche was heartening. It's great. That's great, yeah. But these people have cried wolf so much that I don't even care what they say anymore. It's like, call me whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter anymore.
But is fine with collaborating with people who call victims predators. We made the wrong people internet
That's not Rumble
famous.
Wallet? I
Just
didn't,
look at profiles like this. And they have Asmongold in here. And it's like, imagine being so unwell, so unhappy that you're branding your accounts with the person you hate. I mean, talk about mind-broken behavior, but you can see they've dedicated their life to whining about all the problematic people on social media. You
know what it really feels like, to be honest, is like these people, they don't have any identity. They don't have a sense of, like their entire personality and identity is nothing. And this is why they have to cling on to these like really like they have to be obsessed about these sort of immutable characteristics because nothing else describes them. Like when you say like tell me about yourself, the only thing they have to say about themselves is like, oh, I'm like my skin color is this, or oh, I'm like gay or something. Right? Like they have nothing else. Like there's nothing interesting about them. That's why they cling to it so hard.
Including me, of course. They have a bit of the RDS, and I saw this post where someone was happily sharing that
Wait, what the hell?
had our Plushy campaign, which is of course concluded, but they said some poor kid in Bengal is working their behind off to make these bad looking plushies. Well,
Actually, for me it's China, and it's adult women, which they're more effective to be honest, because like kids are too small to get it done fast enough, you know.
I would think the nearly 1,000 people.
And like when they carry stuff, like when kids carry stuff, they can't carry it like think about like how wide their steps are compared to an adult, right? So like if they're carrying like a box like across the factory, it's like they just do it way slower, right? The only thing that kids are really good for is making bombs and like munitions, to be honest. So like you know, if I were in that business, then maybe, but then you know, with plushies, it's not really worth it.
Who order these would disagree with that. Also, again, they slander as they breathe. Just to clarify for this individual, right from Uwa Market's own website, they craft their products in factory.
Well, the good thing about kids though is they only take like 5 years to spawn, right, compared to like an adult. Like an adult, you know, to get like that, to get the stride where you can walk at that speed, you can carry like stuff of this weight. Like we're talking like 18 years here, right? Whereas like a kid's like a 5 year spawn to like work on some stuff. So you know,
Texas in the United
they
States.
eat less
So
you. True,
you
that's
lose.
true.
Also,
they'll do it for candy.
Bookmark your calendars for the birthday collab I'm doing in about a month or so. I'm sure this individual will be very upset about that.
They'll do it for candy and cocoa melon. Yeah, way
of course,
better
I
deal.
mentioned the insane asylum known as Blue Sky. Blue Sky had some things to say about this collab as well. This individual saying, "How the heck are you Latina, yet you're willing to collab with a white supremacist?" If you want to know who I'm talking about Chacha and Kirsche. So this is very funny. So they bring out the fact
Seriously?
that
Fucking
Chacha
hell.
is Puerto Rican, which is very funny because given her past joke about ICE, people were saying that it was offensive, not acknowledging that she is Latina herself. But now they're correctly identifying her as that to cancel her for working with Kirsche, who they believe is a white supremacist. Interesting how that works. But then again, you look at the accounts, and I mean, I would say this is outrageous, but this is just Blue Sky. It's. And, yeah.
Damn.
Tough sledding.
Do you see what I mean? Look at guys. Look at the buffs. Look at the buffs they have to cast to have any sort of personality. It's
Tough sledding. And just like anything else on Blue Sky, their
holy fuck, man.
Tweets, posts, whatever they call it here, is asking for money. I'm sure your efforts, if you're having financial problems, would be a lot better suited if you were, I don't know, doing anything but whining about all the problematic VTubers in your head. But anyways, some people were saying, seriously? Effing hell? Now she collaborated? I know she collabs with Fillion, which is one thing, but effing Kirsche. I see Blue Sky is still mad at Fillion. Many such cases, but it continues on. The poster we just talked about clarified, doubled down, saying, "Oh, I just remembered that this is the same VTuber joked about Fillion being deported by ICE." Yeah, no wonder she's willing to hang out with Kirsche. So that is a situation we talked about before with Chacha. She was getting canceled by the usual suspects on Twitter because she made a joke about Fillion's MIA status from streaming, joking about ICE coming and getting her. And it was very clearly a joke, but people morally virtue signaled about
They
this
get mad at
and
even
tried
the
to
joke.
cancel Chacha, who doubled down and said, I have nothing to apologize for. And
Even
basically
a joke
mocked
is too much
all
for
the
them.
backlash, which was very refreshing to see. But of course, more VTubers are weighing in on Blue Sky, saying, oh, I must have missed that. Holy moly. And you look again, and it's just like, what are we dealing with here?
Dear femboy VTuber, oh my goodness.
Communist. Very, very interesting. Once again,
hold on, I need to see. Do they stream? I need to know. I need to know the answer. Dude, the buffs are insane on this one, chat. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, is this real? Is this actually... Dude, chat, you're gonna have to see this buff list, man. This buff list is insane. You guys are not ready for this. Look at this buff list right here, dude. VTuber, leftist activist, gaming streamer, they, them, autistic, disabled, chronically ill, Black Boricoa Alaska native femboy, queer trans stoner, anti-fascist communist, baby bread tuber, mutual aid. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Sweeping the Nazis down, their videos here. Bro, they're dude, they've got, oh my god. They're like buffed up on their model too, guys. Like this goes deep. This goes deep, chat. Like, dude, look, their model's buffed up too. Like, even their model's buffed up. Dude. Holy fuck. I think this is the final boss, man. This is like, yeah, this is like final boss shit right here.
Commies catching an L, but then again, they probably feel very safe on Blue Sky. Also, I just noticed another person who identifies as an it's. That has been a theme of both of my videos today. People
MDNI means minors don't interact
identifying
because they like prawn.
It's and treating
so it's
people like
don't
objects,
look at my stuff, basically.
Ironically enough. But they added on saying, I'm not surprised that Chacha is collabing with Kirsche. She loves a Fillion collab historically. Edgelord Central. She loving those white supremacist dollars.
Wait, is that white supremacist? Dude, what? Yeah! White supremacists, where's my money? What do you mean I've been doing this for free?
People are talking about where is this white supremacist fund where all these people are getting their money from? Also, anyone who spells whites like this, terminally online, absolutely terminally online, and I'm sure this person will be very upset about this video I uploaded to Patreon today, a new exclusive, talking about the Carmelo Anthony guilty verdict and the ghoulish responses from many people on social media. Not only
know BB gave you the 7K
verbalizing a lot of violent
I did have the Israel hat in my closet. The Israel military hat. Yeah. They didn't give me any money though. Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that all I got was a fucking hat? All I got was a hat? The Star of David hat? No, it's a hat that says Israeli military on it because I used to play airsoft. I used to play airsoft and my dad went to Israel to go visit all the, you know, the holy sites and stuff because my dad, you know, Christian family. So he wanted to go, you know, see the tomb of Jesus and all that stuff, right? Or all the stuff happened. I don't know. You know, all the, you know, the religious tour you go on to like see all this stuff. And then he goes, Leaflit, I got you something. I was like, yeah. He's like, I know you like that military stuff. I got you a hat. And it just says like Israeli military on it. It has like a giant fucking Israel flag on the side. And I was like, thanks, Dad. So I put it in my closet and I forgot about it, right? And then I was cleaning out my closet and then I found it. Yeah. It was in there.
Reactions to this guilty verdict, but also literally committing violence in response. So if you want to check out my latest Patreon exclusive, I'll put a link to it in the pinned comment. Definitely appreciate all the attention and support on the Patreon, with many more exclusives coming there in the very near future. But of course, all of this weighs down to problematic VTuber collabs with someone. Now they're problematic, and all the usual suspects have to make it known that they are very upset about it on social media. Many such cases. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads and multiple streams.
Yeah, you know what? That's my new stance on it, guys.
But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
It's a good video by Rev. That's gonna be my new stance from now on. Is like when they're like, "Oh, you're like a white supremacist, racist," I'm just like, "Yeah, you're right. You fucking got me, dude. Wow, how did you fucking know?" Because I'm just tired of like I'm tired of fighting it. You know, I'm just over it.
So put 'em in the box. Let the